me begin by asking you, kumusta ka mo? Okay lang. Okay lang. I know many of you scroll through your news feeds, FYPs, and might feel overwhelmed, curious, or some of you may be disgusted. There are corruption scandals, violence, poverty, politics that feel more like teleserye than public service. Ang daming negative news. And it can really take a toll. Some of you might be feeling na walang nagbabago. Yan, wala daw. That our votes and our voices don't matter. That governance is hopeless. Terrible ha kapag political science students pa makakaramdam ng ganun. There is disillusionment in our country today, and that is very dangerous. Because when people lose trust, they also lose hope. And when people lose hope, it becomes even easier for the corrupt and the powerful to do whatever they want. But on the other hand, we also see something else, say on social media, something very powerful. We see people coming together, speaking out, and calling out those personalities who aren't just involved in corruption, but who even flaunt their wealth as if it all comes from their hard work. So yes, there is disillusionment. But at the same time, there is also awakening. People are no longer afraid. They are angry. They are demanding justice. And they are pushing back. That shows us something important. Important. Hope has not disappeared. And that's what I want to tell you. Please, palihog, keep that hope alive. Because, more often than not, hope is our only remaining weapon. It is our antidote to disillusionment. So, how do we fight back? The first step is to be clear about what we should expect from government. In your invitation, you already pointed out the essentials: transparency, accountability, and fairness. And these are the standards you should always expect and insist on from those in power. When we say transparent, there should be no hidden deals or insertions. Every peso the government spends should be out in the open. From the big amounts down to the last centavo, everything should be accounted for. Right now, it's budget season again. And in the Senate, we passed a resolution to make the whole budget process more open to the public. From the time each agency presents its budget, all the way to the Bicam, so we can avoid what happened in past years when insertions quietly slipped through. Last year, I even voted no to the General Appropriations Act because it cut PhilHealth's budget and downgraded the Department of Education's, defunded the 4Ps, and downgrading DepEd, downgrading the whole education system. That even goes against what the Constitution commands. This year, I hope it's not only us in Congress who's watching. I hope more citizens like you will keep an eye on the process, ask questions, and examine where the money goes. When we say government must be accountable, officials must answer for our actions or inaction. If someone in public office breaks the law or abuses power, they should face the consequences. Walang lusot. Lalo na kung may krimeng ginawa, dapat may managot. We've seen some progress. Take the case of Alice Go. Investigations expose the truth. And that's accountability at work. Even the Farmally scandal, which wasted billions of pesos in public funds during the height of the pandemic, is finally moving through the courts. But accountability shouldn't stop there. Justice must also reach those behind anomalous projects. Gaya na lang ng mainit pa rin pinag-uusapan tungkol sa maanumalyang flood control projects. Kapag may napapanagot, public officials are reminded that no matter how good they are at twisting the system for their own interests, they can't get away with it, especially when people are watching and demanding accountability. And finally, the government is fair when our laws protect the vulnerable and not just the powerful. Fairness drives the new and old bills I filed in the Senate. We filed measures to strengthen protections for our workers, especially those in the informal sector. We also drafted bills to support our senior citizens, to give our teachers salary increases, to end gender-based harassment and discrimination, and so on. Kung hindi nating kayang alagaan ang mga pinaka-vulnerable sa ating lipunan, hindi natin kayang alagaan at itaguyod ang ating bayan. You can demand transparency, accountability, and fairness from your government. Hindi na pwede yung bare minimum lang ang ibinibigay sa inyo o ipinapakita. At hindi na rin pwede yung nagtitiis sa red flags. Gaya sa relasyon, hindi natin deserve ang red flags. Yes, I heard that too. And we all deserve a government full of green flags. Yes. I also hope that the principles of transparency, accountability, and fairness are also reflected in how you organize student councils, when you volunteer, when you run your school organizations and publications, and when you fact-check fake news. These are all acts of governance. And no matter how small or ordinary your actions may seem to you, remember that they always ripple outwards. It's always best to choose honesty and integrity in whatever you do. Our country has been through a lot. But I refuse to believe that brain drain is the climax of your story. You are the brain gain. If you see corruption, speak out. If you see disinformation, correct it. Be watchdogs and truth tellers whom this nation needs. Daghang salamat kaayo kaninyong tanan. Mabuhay kayo.